Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. Thanks for checking it out. In this episode, we're going to review the new movie, Smile. We'll break down some of the scenes in this movie. We won't give away any spoilers. And we're going to discuss our favorite parts, our least favorite parts, and possibly a new definition of the word or the meaning of smile. All that coming up next.
Real Frank.
All right, let's get right into it. So Smile is about Dr. Rose Cotter, I believe you say her name. She's like a traumatic psychologist who works at the hospital for emergency scenarios for patients that come in. She witnesses a bizarre traumatic incident and then starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrifying new reality. The cast is Sosie Bacon, that's Dr. Rose. Jesse T. Usher plays her fiance Trevor. Cal Penn is in this movie as Dr. Morgan, her boss. Kyle Gallner, I believe his name is, Joel, the ex-boyfriend cop. And this is a directorial debut of Parker Finn. He did a fantastic job for his first film, and he also, I believe, wrote the movie. So the movie starts off, with a patient being come in. The camera angles for this is pretty sweet. The way they filmed this, it was very suspenseful. The slow-moving camera and overhead shots. And here's an example of an overhead shot. This is the first patient that comes in to kind of start this whole pattern here coming into it. It was a great shot. And then here is the patient. Forget her name, but she is a pretty brilliant person. She is going for a PhD, and she saw maybe 4 days earlier, her professor killed himself in front of her. And ever since then, she's been seeing this weird presence around her, taking different forms and shapes around her, scaring her, and she's having like a mental breakdown. And she's explaining it to Dr. Rose here in the scene. She's explaining everything, and she doesn't believe Dr. Rose understands and starts to flip out. All of a sudden says that thing is here and starts flipping out in front of her, and she's losing her shit. As you can see here, she's really losing it. At this point, Dr. Rose goes to the phone, the emergency phone, to call in I don't know what you call them, like the mental bodyguards, the guys in the white suits, the white uniform, to help her with the situation because he's having a meltdown here. And then when she turns around, all of a sudden we see her, and she's got she's got a smile. Pretty crazy, right? It's a pretty creepy smile. And then after this scene, she ends up killing herself. Killing herself with a smile. What kind of service is that, right? Killing murder with a smile to yourself. What a great way to look at that, right? Anyway, that's what her body bag looks like. It's got a smile too. Isn't that cute? Smile little body bag. Oh, it's so cheery. It's so cheery. The details, they reference the smile throughout this movie. The writing for this movie is done very well, but you can definitely see some influences of maybe Nightmare on Elm Street having to the director-writer Parker Finn, because it kind of had a feel or to it, to like a Nightmare on Elm Street type of thing, like maybe the inspiration from this was, but it's not exactly like that or anything, but you kind of feel it if you've seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Street, what is that, like a marathon of like 40 films now at this point. And some of the other cool cinematography things is the way they film some scenes upside down, because now Rose is Rose's life is upside down, So this is shot up as upside down as they're driving around, but it starts off like a straight shot, and then as it's going up and up, and it curves to an upside. It was so well done. The first time I ever seen something similar like this done, or anything like this done. It was very creative. I really enjoyed it. Like, they put some real thought into it. Here's a shot of the city upside down, and again, they start off normal, and then gradually turn until everything is upside down, kind of referencing the meaning of Rose's life. Her life is turning upside down. It was awesome. The camera movement, angles, and shots were very, very well done for this type of movie, a horror movie. And here's this whack guy. He's supposedly been in the hospital many times, a regular patient. And he's smiling in this scene, but he's been in this hospital. He comes in like daily, apparently, with some mental issues, some serious mental issues. And Dr. Rose walks by and he's smiling. He's smiling. Yeah, the creepy smile. This part in the movie, she's got a sister. A little bit of a backstory. She has an older sister. They had this mom that had mental illness, and she ended up killing herself, her mother. And her older sisters, this is her son, this is Rose's nephew, and she goes to this birthday party. And this is a very great scene. I mean, from the movie standpoint. So she goes to this party, and that's the nephew right there. Seems like a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. Or is he still a sweet boy? I'm not going to tell you. You have to see the movie. But anyway, in the scene, all of a sudden, look what we got here. That's one of the friends at the party, and they also have that smile, that deadly, deadly smile. And this is Rose. She's falling apart as the movie goes on. She's pretty messed up. She's falling to pieces, man. She is falling to pieces. Can't sleep. She's seeing all this crazy stuff. Her world is crumbling. And she did a great job doing this part. It was very believable. I couldn't imagine the emotional toll as an actor in this part of a role, man. The mental shakeup you have to be in for a scene, and then you have to reshoot these scenes, and you're just direct the crying, the anger, the rage, the fear. I can't even imagine as an actor trying to act these scenes out repeatedly. I mean, she did a great job as his character. So after some research, we do some digging. She finds out about the one patient that came in the beginning that killed herself in front of her. Finds out that, she said in the beginning part that a professor done, and then she goes out and finds the professor. And we find out that he had some drawings. She goes and visited the wife of the professor, and these are some of the drawings that the wife shows him, this creepy guy. And the guy up there at the top with the glasses up here is the guy's brother. But these other ones are some creepy thing, man. It's a creepy thing. After doing some further digging with her ex-boyfriend, the police cop, they find out there's some more of these crazy people. And then you can see in this scene, there's a video footage of this guy killing himself in front of another girl. And he also had that smile. Oh yeah, he had that smile. And after some more digging, she finds a pattern in all these other people. Ooh, it's getting a lot deeper now, isn't it? Sure is. And then after some more digging, we find out someone survived. So there's something going on here. He may have the formula, or maybe not. Have to watch the movie. Have to watch the movie to find out. I'm not going to tell you. What's great in the movie, they reference smiles throughout the movie. Like different smiles throughout scenes. It's very, very creative. What did I say? Smiles. Yes, smiles. Look at that. So the camera would pan to certain things, like referencing his smile. It's so done well. There's even a scene where she goes to a toy store to buy her little nephew a present for his birthday party, and it pans down, and then you see his family smiling. It's so creative. Great camera work. It was done well. There are also the, you know how and you're watching a scary movie and they have the jump in your chair scenes that they purposely put in the movie, so you're hoping that usually they'll suck. But they did a real good job in this one. I am not one of those people that jump. They got me a couple times. They timed it perfectly. It's well thought out, well planned, well done. Truly, I did jump a couple times, which is not a thing for me. It really isn't. One thing I do want to point out that's really strange. All these images are from the trailer, right? For whatever reasons, I don't understand in horror movie trailers, they give away like 97% of the movie. And some of them give out the whole movie in the trailer. And I don't understand why they do that. It eliminates some of the surprise. If you watch the trailer a couple times, you can put the movie together, and you basically sometimes don't even have to see the movie just by watching the trailer because they give everything. This movie trailer, I think, gives out a little more than it should, in my opinion. Another thing I learned while researching this is what my big beef is with these streaming services. So now we have all these streaming apps, right? We got Peacock, Paramount Plus, you got your Disney Plus, got your Netflix, your Amazon Prime. You have all these new streaming services and Hulu, etc. I read somewhere that Paramount made this movie. This was originally going to be a Paramount Plus movie made for that. So they did a screening for an audience and it got great feedback and reviews from that. So they said, oh, we're not going to put this on Paramount Plus. We're going to put it in a movie theater. So that goes back to my theory of the streaming service not putting the A quality stuff. They put the A quality stuff in the movie theaters and they put the C, D, E shit in the apps that we all pay a monthly subscription for. That's my theory. They throw you a bone. They throw in these, sometimes they'll have one or two good actors in it, but they know, this ain't going to do too good in the theater, so we'll throw it in our streaming app to give these people who pay a monthly fee of $11.99, $12.99, $14.99 a month a bone. So they think they're getting some special good content when we all know that's horseshit, right? Because they're still going to put the premiere stuff in the movie theaters. And here's a perfect example. This movie, Smile, was originally supposed to be on Paramount Plus, but they were getting good response from the previews to showing preview audiences. So they put it in the theaters. And guess what? It's going to do well. And it's probably going to make a shitload of money. Now, like I said earlier about the trailer, this is from the trailer. This is her sister running out to her car as she's getting ready to leave. And, you see this, and then all of a sudden they cut, boom, boom. What's going on here? Her head popped off. I don't know why they put this in the trailer. Why'd they do that? That's like a great scene. And now if you go to the movie and you see this scene, you're going to be like, oh, her head's going to drop down in the window. I don't understand that. So here's a scene of her sister's head going, boop, boop. Look at it, kind of fell there. Pretty wild. Now here's I think like a toss back. When I saw this was her childhood home. She goes back to it. They'll give more of the backstory in the movie if you see the movie, but the house is on fire, right? And if you watch the Nightmare on Elm Street world, let's call it a world now because there's so many of those movies. Like the first one, I think her name was Nancy. She had her house, and they would show it. And the house kind of reminded me from the outside like Nancy's house from Nightmare on Elm Street. And then it goes on fire. So this scene made me feel like I was watching maybe a kickback to Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what kind of I thought it was a little bit. But, but this movie is Smile, right? It's Smile. It's the movie Smile. We got the movie Smile. I got to find my button. Oh, I blew that one. And this scene, so Rose has her own shrink. She had a shrink to deal with her childhood issues of her mommy issues. Mommies, female daughters having mommy issues. So this was her shrink. And look Look what we got there. The shrink's got a... smile. Yes. So this was a great scene too. Very interesting scene. I won't give anything away, but it was good. So, overall, the story was great. The acting was really good. I was blown away by it. And I was fortunate enough to see this in an empty movie theater. If you see this movie in an empty movie theater, it makes it even more scarier. I'm telling you. I'm not one to be scared, but in an empty movie theater and this crazy shit going on, kind of made me a little uneasy. I'm not going to lie, all right? But overall, let me do my big moment. Overall, I give this movie a 7.2. 7.2, I thought they did a good job, especially for Parker Finford being his first-time directorial debut. The cinematography, the camera movements were fantastic. They tied in, slow, added to the excitement, the anticipation, and then the camera angles and the shots of the city when you're following it, and then all of a sudden it ends up upside down. I thought it was very well thought of, and it's set up. They could turn this into a massive sequel montage if they choose. I hope they don't go too crazy, because that's always the big thing on horror films. You know, they come out with something great, and then boom, they destroy it with these 20,000 versions of the movie. But this was very good, very, very interesting, and give you a whole new meaning of the definition of a smile. Again, I give this a 7.2. I think you should go see it at the movie theater. That's my opinion, especially now, October, Halloween month's a good one. Good time to release this movie. That's my review for Smile, and thanks for watching.